Hey, Baylor fans, this is your call to gear up with Harley-Davidson of Waco. Whether you're hitting the open road or tailgating at McLean Stadium, we've got the ride to match your Bear pride. Check out our wide selection of new and pre-owned motorcycles, visit our service department, or shop all the latest gear and accessories to show off your Baylor spirit and Harley pride. Visit us today and find your freedom on two wheels. Harley-Davidson of Waco, where Baylor fans never ride alone. Visit in-store or at hdwaco.com. Sic Em Bears.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into this week's Sic Em Podcast presented by Harley-Davidson of Waco. Glad you're with us this week. We got a great conversation coming up with Hunter Simmons from Baylor Baseball. Welcome to you. Thanks for being here.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time. I say Hunter Simmons. Anybody else around you is going to say what? Scoob, exactly. Yeah. Short for Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And what does that go back to?
I think it's more of just... we had multiple hunters on the team, kind of like how we do now at my junior college. Where I was like, hey,
right.
I kind of want to just take on Scoob. I thought it would be a cool nickname.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, though, I'd always been a Scooby-Doo guy at heart. I always had, like, toys. My room was decorated like that.
Really? Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use it as like an alter ego, and I'll just go by Scoob.
You know, can I say it fits you pretty well?
Yeah.
Scoob fits you really well.
I appreciate it. I tried to make sure something was around the ballpark of like who I am.
That's good. That's good. So you had several hunters on the team.
Yep.
Did you say, how about Scoob, or did somebody...
It was more of just like, I got tired of someone saying Hunter, and then all three of us like kind of turned around. So I was like, you know what? Just call me Scoob.
Gotcha.
And I kind of just ran with it. I thought it was funny at first, but I've kind of just ran with it since now. It's kind of caught on. It rolls off the tongue for me even.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? I'll just roll with it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It is great for you. All right. We're glad you're here at Baylor from Mansfield High School to Howard College.
Yes, sir.
What was the path like from Howard to Baylor? How did that work out?
I think to start, school was a little different.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I think, obviously, I'm taking like basic classes in junior college, but also like it's a smaller town. So one, school is like big for the small town kids, but it's not like Baylor. When I got here, it was a lot more like I'm seeing a lot more people, and classes are definitely a little more challenging. Yeah. So, I mean, it was a cool switch, I thought. I like to see the dynamic. I was out west for a little bit. That was my first time, and I really loved it out there. Yeah. It was very quiet, just like it's really just nothing out there. And then you come to Baylor, it's like still like city, but it's also like it's got a little bit of West Texas in it, and I kind of like the vibe, but it's definitely been different.
Very good. What were your other options? What other schools did you look at?
So coming out of high school, I was committed to Missouri, so I was going to go to the SEC.
Okay.
But something had happened. Coaching switch. I was like, I don't want to like gamble with that. So I was like, hey, I reached out to some junior colleges in Howard, kind of gave me my opportunity. I went there, and I spent 2 years. And then before coming to Baylor, I was going to Tech for a while. So, and then I realized, like, Tech was just – I love West Texas, but that was just not me. I didn't like how they went about their stuff. And then the old coaching staff had reached out and was like, hey, like, would you like to come to Baylor? And I was like, well, one, it's Big 12. Two, it's right down the street. And three, like, my mom never got to go see any of my college games at Howard. So I was like, I got an opportunity to come here. And a lot of my family is like Baylor grads. So I was like, you know what, it fits. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to think about it.
Right.
I'm coming to Baylor.
Good.
So I picked Baylor.
That worked out really well for you and your family, I would say, too.
100%.
So who in your family, what's the background?
So my mom played sports in college, but she did her master's here at Baylor.
Okay. Then
my uncle is a pastor, and he did his seminary and everything here at Baylor as well. Okay. So when I first got to Baylor, 2 years ago, my cousin was graduating at the same time, so she was here. So, I mean, it's pretty bred in there.
That's a great connection.
Point. And then my my middle cousin, I guess, for that, my uncle, he was going to come to Baylor, but he ended up going to Oklahoma State.
Gotcha.
So,
very good. We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
And last year, you were high expectations, let's say that. For you, I'm sure you had high expectations for yourself going into last season. Man, you started out like a house of fire last season. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. I can't forget.
Right? I mean, you had to feel good about the way you were playing.
It was just, I think, a big part of that was really understanding who my identity was. And I think, obviously, I give props to these three people specific, but Cole Stasio, Ty Johnson, and RJ Rue, they really, really pushed me to follow or really get in my faith. And that was when I did that. And I started to see like an identity shift and realized that baseball wasn't like the end all be all, and kind of chasing God was my fire. And what happened to come with it was the success with baseball. And I really I still will say this, I give all the glory to God, and it still will always forever be that. And I think chasing my faith was really what shot my baseball career, because I started to not stress, like not feel that I needed to make something happen. Like at the end of the day, baseball's baseball. It's a game. God's always going to be here.
Yeah.
So that was one of the big things for me, was my faith during that time, obviously.
Wow. What a great impact in your spiritual life, you know, that
100%.
Baylor had really from the beginning, wasn't it?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I think getting here at first, it was a little different, because you'd see, like, I was always in a Christian household, but seeing how, I guess, involved Baylor was with your faith was something that was really shocking, and really, it didn't scare me, but it was a nervous thing for me. And then I think one day I was at home during like Christmas break this last year, and I was sitting there like, hey, I think this is something I want to pursue. And I started to talk to Cole about it. We started doing Bible studies at the house, and like it kind of just ran. And then obviously this year I got to pronounce my faith. And a big part of that, again, Stasio. I mean, dude, he's been the centerpiece for, everybody building their faith. And I can't thank him more, but that was one of the big things.
Yeah. And you were part of the baptisms at home plate. That is just so cool. I mean, you think about all the games that have gone on there, but that is maybe the most important thing that's ever happened on that field.
Yeah. And I think it was really special because my grandpa had always like expressed me, he's like, he wants me to get baptized. And it wasn't like, oh, you need to do this. He was like, hey, like, whenever you're ready to like tell Jesus like you love him, that like you believe, like that there is faith behind your belief. I was like, okay, but then obviously I got to Baylor, and that really like blossomed, and then he got to see me get baptized at the field.
Wow.
So that was kind of like a little surreal moment for me. And there's been a lot of things last year and a half that have been really, it's like it doesn't feel real, but it's you experience, and again, you give all the glory to God.
That's tremendous.
Yeah.
So we said on the field, you're starting out, this is last season, you're starting out great. Indiana series here. You're chasing a ball toward the outfield fence. The injury occurs. What do you remember about that play, that game, and the injury?
Again, it was more of, I'd never experienced this, I guess, tracking down a ball, but like it was just me and the ball. And I mean, I was going, and then I guess I tried to feel out the wall of my foot. Obviously should not do that, as we learned. But ran into the wall, bam. I just felt like a big old just boom, like everything was there and then black, and then I was back on the ground. I was like, okay, cool. I think I'm okay. And then that's when the whole leg thing happened, where my leg was kind of just hanging. I was like, okay, well, I think I just broke my leg.
Right.
So, and I always tell this story every time. I'm like, Ty, I broke my leg. And all I hear is footsteps run by me. And I'm like, no way, he just left me on the ground. But obviously, like, the game's going on. He's got to pick up the ball.
Oh, he picked up the ball.
He had to. He picks it up, throws it in. And he comes over, he's like, what's wrong? I was like, I broke my leg. And he tells me, no, you didn't. It's fine. I was like, you sure? He's like, that's definitely on me, wrong leg. And he always looks at JB and he's like, hey, come on. So that's always one of the funniest moments about it.
Man.
Ty's a gamer.
That's great.
He's such a gamer.
He had to make the play first.
Yeah, had to.
Come and check on you.
He said, I'll be there in a second. Just let me make the throw.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Did you, you told me at first you looked in your glove to see if you'd made the catch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before I hit the wall, I mean, the ball was right in my glove.
Right.
I was like, then everything went black, so I hit the wall and fell off. And I was like, I had to catch it, right?
Right.
The ball's not there.
Not
so
there.
I was like, well, that kind of sucks, you know? I mean, I was really hoping to catch that. But now I'm laying here with a broken leg, so
Right.
it just seems like, well, that was pointless. But, hey.
So then, what's that process like initially? I mean, what happens first?
I mean, it was more once I got to the hospital after like I got taken there. They didn't put me to sleep, but they kind of put me under some medication where like I was asleep but awake.
Okay.
And they had to open my leg up and realign it, but then they had to close it back and wait till the next morning.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of stunk because I didn't go in because I was asking them to knock me out completely till the next day.
Right.
But they were like, "Well, you're going in at 9:30," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I can deal with this. I can deal with it." They gave me enough medicine. I was okay. Well, the problem was I didn't go in till 4:30 in the afternoon.
Ugh.
So it just sat there, just aligned.
Painful?
I mean, it wasn't too bad just because it was wrapped up and it was elevated, everything.
Okay.
But I think the pain started after I left. Like, I was there for a while. I mean, I felt okay, and then it was when I had to start moving around again. That's when it was kind of just like, am I ever gonna walk again? Like, this is horrible. Like, I just felt like I couldn't use my left leg. And then obviously keeping your foot up a lot. Like, when I would get up to use the restroom, the blood flow would all come down. And it felt like my leg was like expanding, and it felt like it was just gonna blow. And I was like, dude, there's no way. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Did you have concerns that you wouldn't play again, or that you might not walk again?
For a little bit, it was more walking than anything.
Really?
Like, just like my own well-being. Like, baseball's there, but like, can I even walk? Like, I don't want to be able, like, that could affect me, like walking to like a job, going to like maybe work out. I can't jog. I can't do a lot of things. So that was the big one. But then once I was able to get my like walking back, the shift started to turn to, can I play baseball again? And I think the surprising part for me was, I guess, like 5-6 months, like post-surgery and everything, like I was able to like lift. I could like lift weight off the ground. Like, I was doing stuff. I was like, wow, like this, I'm kind of like, I'm not going to push it, but I'm impressed. But obviously you like want to push it. And obviously I started to feel out what I could and could do. And then eventually it all leads and I could start jogging, running. Wow. And then, whoa, look, I'm playing again.
Yeah.
So
pretty amazing. I mean, you're playing at a very high level, you know, a little over a year from when this happened. But that there had to be some ups and downs, right, during the rehab process?
Yeah, there is ups and downs. I'd seen guys go through like big injuries, and I'd always like see them down, and like, but I always felt like they rode the wave real well. Yeah. So they were always great examples for me. But it is hard. Like there are highs, there are lows, and the lows are bad, man. Like like when I gave my testimony at the field, there were moments where I had felt like I understood where my faith was, and then it shakes you. It's like, why does God let you do that? That was a big question for me a lot, was like, why? The why was why? But you get past it, you know, you kind of lean on God just a little more when you're doubtful, and that started to help. That helps, I mean, get you out of the lows. But the lows get there. Like, you just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm done. Sure. Just quit. But there's also like the upside. You get to see your friends every day, so that's kind of fun. And that was really big for me, keeping me like in rehab. Yeah. It was like, for a minute I was isolated. Like for like a month and a half, I couldn't leave my room. So I was like, I'm kind of liking this.
A month and a half.
Yeah, I was in there for about a month. Like I had, they excused me from class. I mean, but I had no energy to move. So it was like, I'd go to the bathroom, I'd eat, I'd walk around my room for a sec, and then I'd lay back down. But there wasn't much going on. But my teammates were huge for keeping me in the rehab, and like, you know, just keep going.
Yeah,
you'll never know what will happen at the end of this.
That's what I was going to ask you. How did you and who helped you rediscover your joy during that stretch?
I think, well, one, it was just watching the guys was just kind of like, it's always fun watching the boys play.
Right.
So, I mean, like, that was a big one. But also there was guys that they were a part of Baylor. Obviously, like, things happened. They weren't on the team anymore, but they were around. Like, they were good help, too. Good. Like, Casey Sincere, I will never, ever not give him props to this, but he was there majority of the time, helping me get to class, helping me with, like, lunch and stuff like that, helping me. He would watch the games with me, like, yeah, he's not on the team anymore, but he's still friends with everybody, and he's still going to be, like, a brother at the end of the day. So, I mean, like, I love that guy. So he was a big help for me. And then, obviously, when I could go to the field, like, I could only be there for, like, an inning or two. Right. But, like, when I was there, just, like, I didn't need, like, sympathy or you to, like, oh, God. Like, us just talking how we normally were, that's enough for me. Like, that's enough.
That's
like,
right.
It's good time.
That was good medicine, right?
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, like, once the pain starts to kick in, like, you can't keep popping pain meds. You know, you gotta be safe. I'd go home and I'm like, well, back in my room by myself again. Like, this kind of sucks.
Right.
Like, but
Cole Stasio was going through his own rehab at that same time. Y'all were kind of, I mean, did that help to have somebody going through similar stuff at the same time?
Yeah. Always. And I mean, he was helping me like the first like couple weeks too, and then obviously he got surgery. But it was just it was just real funny because I mean we live together and like we're roommates, so like you'd see me walk on my crutches, and then here comes Cole coming with his crutches, and then at the time like when he got his, like I could start walking again.
Yeah.
I had this chair for my shower, and he always gives me crap about it. And he's like, can I use your chair to shower? And I'm like, no, I need my own chair. Get your own. He's like, dude, just hand it over here. You don't use it anymore. I'm like, I still casually sit down. I mean, you do it for a while, you start to get used to it, and I had to help him shower at some point. So like it was good because I mean like the roles would flip, and where he's helping me or I'm helping him. Like it was fun though.
That's pretty good.
It's been great to see him move around too though.
That's pretty good. Sound like that your room would have been a pretty good real life drama. If we had cameras in there, you two dealing with each other.
Dude.
A reality series.
100%. You could. I mean, our house is practically the hospital. I mean, we had Leach had elbow and hip surgery.
Really?
Petcher had knee surgery his first year.
Yeah.
Then me and Stas, and it's like, dude,
my
we're
gosh.
like Robo House over there, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts. But I mean, you could put a reality show.
That's
on
good.
It'd be good.
Well, sorry to make you dwell on that so much. Let's move past that because you're back, you're healthy, you're thank the Lord, you're back out there playing and really contributing, and you're having a good year. I mean, really good year. Do you feel good about the way things are going?
Yeah, it's really been more of the realization. Like it's your last time playing. Yeah, there's moments, there's ups and downs through it, but I think it's been fun. Like I'm just really just trying to hang out more of that. It's like baseball, and I think hanging out with the guys is more like takes my mind off of it. So like, but it's been good. Like I mean, I didn't think this was gonna happen. I didn't. I thought I was gonna just be cruising. I'm a contributor. I'm here.
Yeah.
Have a good time. But I didn't think I'd play as good as I did. But also at the same time, in the back of your mind, you got to have some confidence. And I joke around with the guys at the field, and I tell them, yeah, I'm the best. That's what I want to be. Like, who doesn't want to be the best? You know, like as long as I'm out there and I'm doing what I got to do, and I'm having fun with y'all, that's my best. Personally.
There you go. So you feel like you're playing better than you thought you might coming back?
I think some parts, yes, I'm playing higher than like my expectations were, but there's also you got to look at the healthy expectations, those are always going to be higher. So like those always are in the back of my head. Like there's some like things and stats I don't look at the stats, but obviously when they come on the board, you look at them and you're like, I should be doing a lot better, and I know I can. But it's like one of those things that you get trapped in that, and then you're going to lose whatever you got right here. So I have had my moments these last couple weeks where like I get trapped in that, and I'm like, and I mess this up, but then I try to stay away and, kind of like lean on your teammates and just like shoot the crap, talk about random stuff to get your brain off it, and then there you go, you're back in your groove again. So,
that's baseball.
Yeah, literally.
You had a great stretch, 36-game on-base streak, fifth longest in Baylor history. That was fun to see.
Yeah, that'll play. I mean, I really didn't realize that it was that long until until like Arizona. I didn't realize it. I was like, oh wow, I'm really cruising here. This is kind of cool. So I mean, but I didn't try to look at it. Again, for me when I was like younger, looking at that stuff is cool, but it gets in your head. Like now it's like, okay, it's there.
Smart.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Stay away from
You're a
it.
veteran guy.
Yeah. Don't need to get wrapped up in that.
Very good. So for you guys, last year, pretty good expectations last year, but then all the injuries. It wasn't just you.
Yeah.
I mean, there were so many right at the start of the year. Jack Little and others just really derailed all of last season. But now to have you guys back and healthy for the most part, this has been so much of an improved team this year, really all the way around. Hitting, defense is good, pitching is really good depth. How do you feel about this team overall?
I think the camaraderie is the big part. At the end of the day, we have a lot of talent. Like guys can pitch, guys can hit, guys can play defense, guys can throw. But it's more of how like close everybody is. Like you're not gonna catch a guy kind of like floating on his own. There's always a group. Like it doesn't matter if like we're coming out at different times. Like there's always a group. So I mean, I kind of credit our team a lot with like incorporating a lot more like togetherness, because the last few years like we've had it, but it's been there, it's been on and off, and like the entire time this year through the ups and the downs, whatever, it's still been like we're having a good time regardless. So I think that's been the boost for like hitting, pitching, like that's the confidence. Like at the end of the day, I say this every time, like if I have a meeting or something, passing the torch is going to be the biggest part of the game. But what helps that light burn brighter is the fact that you actually believe the guy next to you is going to do it. Like that, I think that will forever slingshot a team from a mediocre to like an excellent top tier team. Like that's the camaraderie, the team morale is always going to be the biggest part. Doesn't matter. You've seen it time and time again with any team. You got to be teammates.
You can see it.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
It just means so much. Like camaraderie, like you talked about with the team.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to watch you play. You're working on your master's now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sports management. Yeah. How's that going for you?
It's cool, man.
All right.
I didn't think I was gonna get as close to finishing as I am, so I'm gonna finish it this summer, and I'm gonna try to get my master's. You know?
Nice.
I get to walk out here and say, yeah, I got 3 degrees. I got my associates, my bachelor's, and my master's.
How about that?
Didn't think I'd have all of them, but hey, can't complain.
Nice.
Can't complain.
Making good use of your time.
Oh,
here.
100%.
That's
Have
great.
to.
Would you like to continue playing beyond Baylor?
You know, I've asked myself this a couple times. I think if the door opens, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
But like it's again, I think looking so far, like looking to that is what kills, I guess, the joy of it now. Because I did learn that from junior college. It's like you're driving so hard to get out of it, you kind of lose a little bit of what it's like to just be, like live every day and like kind of enjoy your time out there. Because like I can't tell you how many times I'm like, dang, I missed this, because I'm looking so far ahead. So like, would I want to play? Yeah. But like, I'm not looking at that right now. I'm kind of just enjoying these last couple weeks. I mean, like, yeah, I could play after, but also like, I don't get to play college again. Like this is the last time you get to hang out with a group of guys like this, because after this, it's a business. Man.
Yeah,
like, you got to be realistic.
That's right.
Like you're not gonna have friends like this again.
I hear guys say that. 20 years after they're gone, they say the best time of their life was at Baylor at college because of their teammates and the camaraderie that you talked about.
Yeah.
So,
because I mean, like you have like, I have a bunch of buddies that play. They're having a good time. They have their team as their friends, but they're always coming back, hanging out with their buddies that were on the team, like when they're in college. I mean, like, because you do everything with that guy. You live with them for about, 2-3 years sometimes. I mean, a year, but that's enough. Like, you're with these guys a long time. Like, sometimes you could be in a double, a high, whatever, playing with this guy. Oh, y'all are becoming cool. Boom, you're traded. You're gone the next day. You got to find a new friend. You know what I mean? So I think, obviously, college is always good. Those are going to be your bros for life. Yeah. Like, that's just what it is.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to watch you play, especially knowing your story of what you had to overcome and come back from and rehab from that horrific injury last year. So it's really fun and sound like you're soaking up every minute of it, and we're right there with you. So hope you play a long time here in this season.
That's the goal.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yes.
And I think we will.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to pull it out. I mean, we've shown it all year we can do it.
Keep it rolling, Scoob.
Well, got to, right?
Yeah.
Got to.
Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're sponsored by Harley Davidson of Waco. You ever get on a Harley?
No, but I could dabble.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of old classic movies where the greasers riding nice bikes.
I know people at Harley Davidson, so I might connect you. Okay.
All black.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it.
Yep.
That's Scoob. That's Hunter Simmons with us on the Sic Em Podcast, presented by Harley Davidson of Waco.